Okay, so this deep dive is going to be about something that affects us all.
It really does.
Texting,
Yeah.
specifically texting between iPhones and Androids.
Right.
And, you send over some news articles about the FBI issuing a warning, and honestly, it got me a little freaked out.
Understandably.
Yeah.
Security is a big deal.
Yeah.
And it's easy to feel vulnerable when we hear about things like hacking and data breaches and, all that.
Yeah.
So let's break down what the FBI is actually saying, what it means for you.
All right, so I guess, starting at the beginning.
Yeah.
For most of us, texting feels pretty private.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just between me and whoever's on the other end of the line.
You're not alone in that assumption.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when it comes to regular SMS texting, especially between iPhones and Androids, it's not always the case.
Oh, really?
It's not inherently encrypted.
Wait, not encrypted, so that means what?
It means that those messages you're sending back and forth could potentially be intercepted and read by someone other than the intended recipient.
Oh, wow.
Hackers.
Okay, now I'm really interested to hear where this is going.
Well, this vulnerability is especially concerning given the recent news about a group of Chinese hackers dubbed Salt Typhoon who've been targeting telecommunication companies.
So this is where it starts to feel like we've stepped into a spy thriller.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What makes Salt Typhoon's actions particularly worrisome is that they've been going after call and text metadata. Now, this might not seem like much.
Yeah.
But it can actually paint a pretty detailed picture of your life.
Okay, so break this down for me.
Sure.
What exactly is metadata, and what can these hackers actually learn from it?
Imagine you're piecing together a puzzle.
Okay.
The content of your messages is like the individual pieces, but the metadata provides the framework.
Okay.
It tells you who you're communicating with when you're contacting them, and even your location at the time.
Wow.
So this can reveal your relationships, daily routines, travel patterns.
That's a lot more revealing than I initially thought.
Exactly. And while Salt Typhoon has mainly focused on collecting this metadata, in some cases, they've actually been able to access the content of calls and texts as well.
Well, that's unsettling.
Yeah.
So if anyone is listening and thinking, wait, I use texting for banking, for personal stuff, for work.
Right.
What should they do?
The FBI's recommendation is to use encrypted messaging apps.
Okay.
There are a number of them available.
Yeah.
And they work by scrambling the content of your messages.
Okay.
So that even if someone intercepts them, they can't read them.
So even if someone managed to get their hands on the data, it would just look like gibberish.
Precisely.
Let's talk specifics for a second.
Sure.
I know one of the apps the FBI mentions is WhatsApp. And that's one I personally use a lot.
Yeah.
Is that a good option?
Absolutely. WhatsApp is a popular choice for encrypted messaging, and it's a solid option. Signal and Telegram are a couple other popular options, each with their own strengths.
Gotcha. Okay. So if anyone listening is thinking about switching to a more secure messaging app, where should they start? What would you recommend they look into?
When choosing an app, it's helpful to consider factors like ease of use, the number of people you know who already use it, and the specific security features each app offers.
Gotcha.
Doing a little research can help you find the best fit for your needs.
It's amazing how much we rely on texting without really thinking about the security aspect of it.
It's true.
Oh.
It's a good reminder that in our increasingly digital world, cybersecurity is something we all need to be mindful of.
We've talked a lot about texting, but this makes me wonder about other forms of communication.
Yeah.
Like email or social media. Should we be thinking about encryption there too?
That's an excellent question and one worth pondering.
Yeah.
Different communication platforms have different levels of security, and it's up to each individual to weigh the risks and benefits. The key is to be aware of the potential vulnerabilities and take steps to protect your information if you feel it's necessary.
Yeah, that's great advice. It's definitely a lot to think about, but knowledge is power, right?
Absolutely. The more we understand about how our data can be accessed and used, the better equipped we are to make informed decisions about our online security.
So if there's one takeaway from today's deep dive, it's that even seemingly simple actions like sending a text message have a whole layer of complexity beneath the surface.
They do.
It's worth taking a moment to consider how we can protect our own digital footprint.
I agree.
All right, well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive. And hopefully everyone listening learned something new.
It was a pleasure to be here.
All right, and we'll see everyone next time.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.